Hi there. Welcome to Gauntlet City Limits Review. What is Gauntlet City Limits Review, you might ask yourself? Gauntlet City Limits is an anthology of small press or indie RPGs that I and a bunch of folks from the Gauntlet community have played together. Started this back in 2016, so this is going about 2.5 years. Actually, a little over 2.5 years at the point of this recording here in August 2018. The Gauntlet is a worldwide community of tabletop role-playing game aficionados, experts, friends, and nerds. We all geek out and play cool RPGs together. And I came up with this idea for Gauntlet City Limits, where it was a city that we all collaboratively built. It was a living campaign where events from previous game sessions could impact the future. And everyone who participated got the opportunity to create a neighborhood in this made-up city, Gauntlet City. And so we had this neighborhood that a single player would own, and they would define that neighborhood. And whenever they create a character for a new game, the character would ostensibly be from that neighborhood. And we had some that had like family relationships. We had a game where one person played a cat that happened to be the cat that was owned by a person from another game that they had played. So some really cool living, breathing world stories that we have told over the last 2.5 years. We've played games ranging from something as silly as Ninja Burger, the RPG. Yes, there's an RPG for that card game, Ninja Burger. It's great. To something a little more serious like Tweaks, which is kind of this modern cyberpunk scary game about people who actually do body modification to implant themselves to become cybernetics with no manuals whatsoever. It's spooky. Even Siren. And so what I've done for the Gauntlet City Limits Review, REVUE, I'm not reviewing all the games we played. If I were, it'd be like 5 out of 5 stars. For serious, yo. What we're doing, though, is kind of a walk down memory lane with some of my favorite players that were able to meet us and schedule for a 2 nights only thing. And this is the second of the 2 nights. I had a fantastic time with the first group. I highly expect we'll have as much fun, maybe more, we'll see, with the second. And so I've gone through all of the Gauntlet City Limits games that these folks have played in. And if you were to look at their neighborhood where they list their characters, you'd be like, wow, there are a lot of cool characters that have been created. And then I had to go for this tough selection process to winnow down so that each of them would have 3 characters apiece. And then I realized that, well, some people I've played with a whole lot. It's not always been in Gauntlet City Limits. So I created a crossover, the likes of which no one has ever seen in Gauntlet City Limits, where I have actually annexed, as if it were like Warsaw, Poland, or France or something, annexed a game that I played in with, well, not quite like that because it's more amiable, because it's Fellowship. So I played a Fellowship game with Patrick and Tyler and Lowell, and I have just grafted their game. It's like this new secret go through the wardrobe kind of doorway neighborhood that we now have, so that we could pull some characters in from there. And for tonight's game, they're not playing their characters, but they are playing their characters, because I am using the Googly-Eyed Primetime Puppet Show RPG, which is created by Adam Dickstein, who is Barking Alien Productions. This is the game he's created to play Muppets or puppets, and it's got some cool little features that we'll be utilizing. So then I've created, and then I basically did like 60% creation of these Muppets. Mostly I went through and found pictures of awesome Muppets that I love, and some other Muppets that just blew my mind, that represent either, almost one for one with some, or the spirit of the characters that they played in those different game systems. And so these are all illusions not I, allusions to previous games that we've played. You may not get it all. Guess what? Not all of these guys played those games with each other, so they may not get all the jokes, but I'm going to get them all, and I'm selfish, and you're just going to have to deal with it, okay? But trust me, there'll be enough flying past you that it's like a Howie Mandel show. Even if you don't get all the jokes, as long as you get like enough, you're going to keep chuckling. I promise you. And so we have all of these Muppets puppets gathered together, and we kick off our show. It is in the neighborhood that is in downtown Gauntlet City known as Irvin. It's my neighborhood. In the shadow of the Nasrudin Institute. Nasrudin Institute is from Lacuna, Part 1. And so the shadow of Nasrudin Institute, there is this old building that's gone through some renovations, and
I assume there's like pop-up video things that tell us where this is. Like as you put these things, a little pop-up, bleep. You may remember this from bleep.
Exactly that thing that is now canon. That's how good this is. People are immediately making it better. Thank you, Lowell. So bleep. This particular building went through some serious renovations when the Cordova Plaza was under construction, but then the funding fell through, and so it sat unused for almost a year. And Dr. Tom the Frog ran a GoFundMe campaign that didn't hit its ultimate funding goal, but he got enough money to where he could rent out for 2 nights this particular theater. And with it, he's hoping to raise enough money to build a super weapon so that he then can hold the visiting, like the next city over, which is Pathfinder City. He's going to use the super weapon to basically threaten to destroy them to raise the money he didn't make from his GoFundMe campaign. It's a little convoluted, but he's a frog, so we'll forgive him that. And he's invited some of his best friends, who are all now puppets, to come and put on a 2-night show. And so that is the insane premise for this, the second of 2 wonderful nights of Gauntlet City Revue. And we start off with the camera behind the scenes, as it were. There's some hastily erected areas, like even a door with a star on it, and it just says cast, and the door opens up, and the camera pans in, and we see a number of puppets. We see one from the hair, we believe, female puppet who is topless, and she turns and screams and starts to run away and hide in some of the clothing. We see like this kind of orange puppet with this reddish hair who's making some joke about grabbing her, but then he's shoved out of the way and falls into a trash can. And then we see Dr. Tom the Frog. Woo! He says, all right, everybody. Now, it is almost time for everyone to come out. Remember your cues and all of the scenes, and just do the best you can to keep up, because it's going to be fast and furious. And remember our famous cheer, truth, lies, energy, subtext. All right, everybody. I know you're going to be amazing. Don't worry about if anything falls down. Just keep going. All right. And then he heads out. And there is quite a bit of crowd that's gathered outside. Some of them look like gang members who might be here to collect money that's owed to them by perhaps Dr. Tom the Frog or others. Maybe some of these are just audience. Good, honest, paying audience members. And the murmurs start to die down. And the lights go down, and then there's a single spotlight. Dr. Tom the Frog walks out. Hey, everybody, this is Dr. Tom the Frog, and you are watching the Gauntlet City Revue. I am so excited to bring 2.5 years of fun and laughter and love with all of my gamer buddies to an end tonight. This is the last of the Gauntlet City Limits. I've heard that there's going to be some kind of renovation, perhaps, but we're not worried about that because the Gauntlet City Limits comes to a close this evening as we pay homage to some of the greatest characters and stories that have ever been told in this entire city. And without further ado, because if there were further ado, we might go over time, I bring you Gauntlet City Revue! And woo! There's applause, and the curtain goes down, and Dr. Tom the Frog disappears. And the curtain comes up again, and we see in the backdrop where we are. And we are at the La Frenère Humane Society, which is unfortunately a dog pound, where the dogs game was originally played, the AWG, because it's just crazy like that. And the Humane Society, of course, is where animals come to hang out or something, and sometimes they go to the White Room and don't come back, so that they must have gone home. And we see a few puppets come up from areas. Some of them might be in cages. We'll let each of the puppets introduce themselves. But the cast members that we have here for this particular scene are Bo, Sean, Sophie, for some reason, Lazarus, as we begin. So, Bo, where is it that we see you when you're first introduced? Are you a walk-on puppet? Are you in a cage? And if you're in a cage, who are you in a cage with?
Oh, it's me. I'm sorry.
I was like, Sean? Bo? Sean Bo?
Yeah. I think we see Bo. He is in a cage, and I imagine that he has somehow gotten a harmonica, and he is busily playing on his harmonica a little bit of Old Man River, probably.
Okay, that made me chuckle. So you now get an applause for Bo. I'll start doing that in the chat. So we hear the harmonica, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forward to take me home. And that's when we find out that Lazarus is here. Lazarus, where do we see you in the pound?
I think that actually at first he looks like he's just a background item, because Lazarus is keeps on leaving the set, and then he comes back carrying something. So he like leaves and he comes back, and he's got like an old style telephone with all the cords, and like the cord is just stretching behind him as he walks across the stage. And then so all you don't see the phone anymore, but the cord is still taut, and then he walks back left again. And as the scene is going, he's going to keep on carrying things back and forth.
Cool. And then what about Sophie? Where is poor Sophie?
Sophie is happy because finally somebody picked her up from the street after she ran away from home from Kennigan. And because he is the perfect place for visiting candidates for being good rubber duck daddies. I am looking for a daddy for my little ducks, which I have with me. And I hope many people pass by dogs and other creatures, and I can decide to find a proper dog, daddy for me, or yeah, somebody who suits. Not little mice, no. No. Play with them. No. No.
So Sophie has a collection of rubber ducks around?
Yes, these are my babies. I never would leave my babies behind.
Nice. Cool. And then last but not least is Sean. Sean, you've been told that pretty soon you're going to be tutored.
Tutored? Whoa. Like math or vocabulary or something? Oh, no, I gotta work out some aggression. So there's this like there's this like yard outside that we get to run around in because it's fun. And I have my rope toy, and there's this tree, and I was playing around with my rope toy, and sort of, and then it got stuck in the tree. So like I'm pulling on the tree, and it bends over, and then it pulls me back, and then I pull over the tree, and then it pulls me back, and then I pull over the tree, and it goes all the way halfway down, and then a branch breaks off, and I go rolling backwards, and it's very scary, but I bam right into Bo's cage, which goes flying open and knocks the harmonica out of his mouth.
My gracious sakes, Sean, what are you doing?
I was just the tree. It had my toy, but I got it back, so it's okay. Don't worry, it's fine.
Sean, I was performing a fine musical instrument and doing a song which tells of the horrors and the sadness of living here in the jail.
Oh, do you want me to close the door again?
Oh, well, it would seem the door's open. No need for that now. And I think that Bo will walk out and probably has noticed our friend the mouse who is moving back and forth. I say, son, what are you doing with that there cord?
This whole thing, this mouse.
Now, Sean, be friendly.
Lazarus,
right over there.
Lazarus walks over and looks at Sean, and then looks at Bo, and then takes Bo's harmonica and walks off again.
Hey, toy! Hey, toy! Stop there!
Steal your stuff.
This is not yours, toy. Stop that.
I'm not sure that's a toy, Sophie.
Well, modern toys have batteries and can walk around like other dogs as well. This definitely looks like a toy.
I can tell. I've got a nose that can tell. And Sean leans all the way down to Lazarus and snuffs all over him. I think there's just like slime left on his head a little bit. Oh, it's a mouse.
Oh, how much I missed licking this off, Sean. I so much missed licking this off.
Excuse me there, mouse. That is my harmonica.
I need it.
You need my harmonica?
For reasons. And then he will go back to doing what he's doing. He's like dragging a mop across the floor. It's like way too big for him. So
cool. So we follow Lazarus out of the main kennel area, and you are putting together something that we haven't seen, some kind of Rube Goldberg machine, I assume.
Yes, is a big complex Rube Goldberg machine that is basically he's using the mop to make a person, and the phone is like set up for mouth, so it can be used to speak.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're putting that together. Oh, sorry. Rube Goldberg machine is a reference to God. I don't know. Like it's just. I'll
have you ever? Oh dear. Have you ever played the game Mousetrap? Maybe. I don't know.
It is. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Have you seen the Pee-wee's Playhouse movie? How he had one little thing and it was like a domino thing that set off a bunch of different. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Something that's, yes, crazy machines made of many separate machines. Thank you, Lowell, for being smarter than me with words. So you're putting together this trap, this man trap, and you happen to be near the office, not far from the White Room, where you hear Miss Brown talking to another coworker, two humans. We just do the Mrs. Like the Muppet Babies thing where we just see the bottom half of the human, and you, being Lazarus the intelligent, can understand what they're saying. And she says, "We need to put another one down today." Says, "I'm sorry, but we have 15 new arrivals coming. We need to make that decision to make room and clear out a couple of kennels." Okay, so Brown, I'll let you take care of the decision. If not, then we can draw lots. So, what do you do, Lazarus?
I activate the machine. And it starts spinning in place and goes, I am here to adopt all of these animals. It will be the most amazing home you have ever seen. And it actually spins faster and faster. It doesn't sound terribly convincing, but then it just goes smoking and then falls over and holds the door shut.
Okay, let's see if it holds the door. So we're gonna have our first die roll. This sounds a little tricky to me.
Fair enough.
All right, so the difficulty number is a 4 for you to block the door, right? That's what your ultimate intent is. Cool. So you need 4s or better. What shtick are you using, Lazarus?
I am using Find Make Traps.
Awesome. That is a good thing that you are good at. Good. So you start off with 4 six-sided dice. You have earned a few applause, I think, at least. What is it,
I have one applause.
Okay.
I also have 2 shticks that apply.
Nice. Okay. So you need to pick the one shtick you most want to use.
I'm going to use Capture the Biggins.
When you say shticks, you mean routines and relationships?
Yeah, routines and relationships.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So that routine is in, I'm sorry. So shticks you can't stack. Routines and relationships you can. Yep. So what routines and relationships apply?
Yep. The 2 that apply would be Lazarus wants to build the most complex contraptions possible and Capture the Biggins.
Sweet. So that'll be 2 exploding dice that you are rolling for a total of 6 dice. 4 that are just regulars, look for 4s. 2 that if you roll a 4 or higher on a 6-sided die, you can roll that die again.
Okay. Well, you said it was if I rolled what or higher?
A 4 or higher. So you have 4, 5, and 6.
All right. So on the first 4, I've got a 4 and a 6 out of that set. And on the extra 2, I got a 5.
Cool.
So I'm currently looking at 3 and then 1 that gets to reroll.
Awesome. You don't even need to worry about the reroll. You are fully successful in your crazy machine that says it's going to adopt people and then blows up and blocks the door, and we hear as Miss Brown says, What's going on? What do you do?
Are we getting adopted? It said we're getting adopted. We get to go to a home? I like homes. Maybe they have meat, bacon, other dogs to play with.
I have to say that I would be most happy to get out of this particular caged area. And Sophie, this is no place for your children.
Oh, everything is perfect here. Like there are many, many other competitors, and we all can wait here to see when the perfect father passes by. And you will help me to decide who it is. It's not that toy.
I've heard bad things about jailhouse marriages, Sophie.
Applause.
What do you mean? Just because there are some bars here doesn't mean it's a jail. This is a perfect home. They deliver food every day. I wouldn't complain in your case, but I will follow you because you will carry me on your back while we are riding outside.
I think Lazarus is at this point like pushing open the door and going, "Come with me, throw off the chains of your oppressors and live the life of the free animals."
Oh yeah, I hate chains. They're the worst.
Nice. So Lazarus is able to make it through the chains with no problem because he's a mouse. Unfortunately, you guys are dogs. So maybe you need to apply some pressure. I'm going to say that if someone were to try to force their way out of this, it's going to be tough. You'll need 5s or better. Perhaps some people should work together.
My gracious, Sean, we really must try to press through, and you are quite good at leaning heavily.
Well, I mean, I hope you don't mean like breaking down the gate, because I broke down the gate before and that got me in big trouble. That's why I'm here in the first place.
Well, it did get you back home.
But did you know this beautiful cat? Don't you remember? No,
Cat.
you two figure this
Cat.
out. I wait until you have done this.
Cat?
Yes, I
Is it
know.
cat? Where's the cat? Get the cat.
Oh, I bet you there's a cat right outside of there.
Outside the gate?
Yes, indeedy. That's where cats tend to linger.
Oh, it didn't say anything rude about me, did it?
Oh, the thing it said, I will not repeat. I mean, I'm sure your mother was never that sort of woman.
Oh, my mother was a saint.
Of course she was.
And Sean
Come
is
toy.
like encircled, just like pacing, angry, prancing in circles, and his tail is going faster and faster, and like banging up against the gate with each pass.
Oh, I think that gate's taunting you there now, boy.
Was it talking about my mother too? It doesn't even know my family. It probably comes from trash gates. You're a trash gate.
You get it, Sean.
What? Sophie, I'm being impressive. Sophie!
Where's the toy? Can I play with the toy while you argue?
Oh.
I was wondering if I could use my happy tail to go at the gate.
I think so. Yes. Why don't you use your happy tail shtick? And do you have any routines and relationships you think work?
Well, there's to knock it over accidentally on purpose.
Yes.
And Sophie and Bo are part of my pack.
I think that also applies. Now, if Bo, did Bo? Oh yeah, you've got a relationship with Sean. So if you want to give over a die, an exploding die, because of your relationship, you can.
I think most certainly I'll help the poor boy.
And if Sophie wants to wake up, she could possibly do a thing too, because she's got Bo. She's got Sean can work for me, so you can also give an exploding die. And if the two of you want to roll your dice separately, that's okay. If you know that way, it'll be probably easier. And those are 5s that you're looking for. So what's the total number that you're rolling, Sean?
I've got 4 plus 2 exploding, and then the 2 outside exploding.
Okay.
So should I just roll all of them, or are they going to roll, or what?
I don't know. Do you guys want to roll? Or do you want Sean to roll them all?
Oh, I like rolling.
Cool.
I roll my die.
All right.
Ooh, I think I did quite well. Yes, you did. I got a 6.
I got a 5.
Let's see. I got 3 5s and a 6 on an exploding.
Goodness. Wow. So
and another 5 on that one.
Holy cats. Yeah, that chain never stood a chance. So what does it look like when you burst out for the big dog pound breakout here?
So I think, yeah, there's the Sean's going around in circle and his tail is getting boom and boom and boom and it's getting louder, and then we just get like a totally incongruous like shot from the street that's obviously like B-roll or extra footage from some other thing, where this gate is just exploding off across the street in this big dust cloud, and then we cut back to obviously our cameras on a new set, and there's just like a little bit of smoke.
Nice. Cool. So when you guys come into a new set, we'll call it an alleyway, and in that alleyway is an Uber vehicle. How did this Uber vehicle get here, Shimada Manzo?
I believe that I was texted by Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse, is there a Mr. Mouse?
That's
Me.
It's about like he can't see. I don't think he can see out of the car. So Lazarus, what are you doing? He keeps calling your name, and he doesn't seem to be hearing you.
I think I think actually what happens is like he's calling Mouse, and like the door just seems to open on its own, and like he goes in, and he's like, a tiny voice says, "There's an extra tip if you can avoid the heartless masters who would oppress my people."
So cats?
Also cats.
All right. Well, I'll be your Uber driver for today. So please, if you'd like to run in, we will be leaving shortly here. Please be sure to rate me with 4 ninja stars by the end of the drive, if you would. That'd be most appreciated.
I think there's another like mysterious door opening that we don't see, and then just and the entire car sinks down about 3 feet as the whole back seat is just taken up by all of the fluff and gone.
They said cats. They said cats.
So bad.
Because of our budget, this is going to be the chase scene because there's going to be the Shimada Monzo pulls out, and then of course we have the the humane shelter, the Lafreniere Humane Society truck behind. This brown in the side, in the passenger side, she of course will have a net because that's puppet logic that we are utilizing here. So Monzo, you need to beat feet and get the heck out of Dodge here. It's going to be tricky. You need 4s or better to escape.
Well, I am an expert navigator, so I will plot the most appropriate route to take these animals to... Where is it you're going, Mr. Mouse?
To the future. And also, we're going to the church down the street.
To church down the street.
To the church there can get married.
You're not my type.
So I'm going to roll
marry toys.
4 dice then? Is that what I'm understanding with my expert navigator?
With your expert navigator, you have... I see a rating of 2 for that shtick. Is that... Am I looking at the
wrong? You are right. I'm sorry, I missed that up with the business time. So I will merely roll 2 dice then.
Oh my! This is not. This looks like there could be trouble.
Can I grant him the benefit of my amazing luck?
Why? Goodness, I think you have to. You're so lucky.
I am so very lucky.
And how does that work?
It is a shtick. And so I think the 2 of you will be working together.
I rolled 2 dice and I got a 5.
Got a single success. Good deal.
Yes.
And then Lazarus, you may also roll.
All right. Am I rolling just 1 die?
Well, you... Yeah, we'll have you just roll 1 die. Yeah.
I'm just clarifying. I would love to
I
roll
was very
1
unclear.
die, but...
So, yes.
Yeah.
1 die.
All right. So I think that just came out as a 5 because I told it to re-roll. And it still looks like a 5. I should have maybe deleted all my dice first.
Yeah. Roll for your party. What are you going to do? It's worth every penny. All right.
Yeah.
No, actually, it is the best die rolling app that I use. And the only one. Good. So that means that you guys have moderate success. What, Shimada Monzo, what does this escape look like? And then what is the thing, Lazarus, that you add in that saves your bacon from something that Monzo didn't quite see? So what does the chase sequence look like from you, Shimada, with this big kind of truck that kind of...
I imagine that we see just the front windscreen, like where it's a Toons is a Driving Cat thing from SNL. With us driving, and there's bad green screen behind us of various bits of Gauntlet City, but like flip between them, and there's jumps, and we also see like the truck behind us from time to time as we're making the twisty turns and so on. We'll jump the curb and we go flying. There's a shot, again, B-roll footage of a car that sort of looks like the car we've seen before, lift up off the air, like it went over, it just went over a speed bump, but it goes like 8 feet in the air, and then will crash down in front of the church.
And while it's going on, like, you keep cutting back to Lazarus, and he's got like his cheese wheel, and he's just like and watching. So it keeps coming back while he's eating it, and then eventually he's like wipes off his mouth, rolls down the window, and throws the cheese wheel out, and it goes and spreads over the windshield of the car behind them.
Mr. Walkies is far better driving than this gentleman here.
Well, yes, but his car does smell like sausage, so that's something.
Ooh, that is a plus.
It's good. Okay, so Shimada Manzo, the Uber Ninja driver, pulls up to the aforementioned church, and all of you guys will be left off to your own devices, no longer being chased out in the wild. This will be the end of this skit. We'll get among freeform. First, who wants to speak? What is the last thing that we see your character, your puppet, doing?
I imagine there's me vacuuming out all the cheese crumbs and dog hair from the back of the Uber. Like there's a shot of me going, stupid dogs. How much hair did they have?
And then who gives Shimada Manzo 3 ninja stars instead of 4?
Well,
my vengeance will be legendary, even in hell.
It was just a practicality thing. There was no leg room, none at all.
The curtains drop. That will end our first scene. That was lovely. Good job, everybody. All right, so there's a little bit of murmuring. There's some music that plays. Oh,
I have an interstitial bit I need to do.
Yes.
We get to all of the craziness backstage. Everybody's running around, and Ringo Dunlap is looking for Dr. Tom, trying to find Dr. Tom. Hey, Dr. Tom, where's Dr. Tom? Where is Dr. Tom? Don, where's Dr. Tom? Where is he? Where is that frog man? Where is he?
Hey, hello, Ringo.
Hey, we got a problem. You got to delay the start of the next skit.
It's the poutine restaurant one. I actually don't think you're in that skit.
No. We haven't finished painting the scene. And cut.
Curtain comes up, and we see that it is a restaurant, and of course it's like reversed. We see the name of the restaurant is Poutine My Belly. Poutine My Belly is the name of this poutine restaurant that is here in Gauntlet City. We don't know how the poutine craze has made its way from Canada down to Gauntlet City, which is in the breadbasket or something in America. And and as we come up on the scene, we see Scooch, and we also see John van der Lundvestheimer. The two of them are about to be seated by a maitre d', and the maitre d' explains, I'm very sorry, but we are incredibly booked. But you guys, I know you just took out the ghost across the street. So here, let me sit you with this fine young lady here who's very entertaining. And we will be bringing you the poutine very soon. Don't worry. I'll have my best waiter right out. And he leads you to where we see Hannah. Of course, there's a little bit of applause for Hannah as the spotlight comes on her table.
That was the lamest applause from the whole show.
Breaking the fourth wall. I love it.
There is no such thing, madam, as lame applause. There are only lame show. Wait, that's not right.
And believe me, I can tell you that he knows from lame. He does, he does.
So you're an actress.
Sometimes. When the occasion calls for it, madam, I'm many things. I could be a vampire from Mars. I could be a volcanic entity composed entirely of sub-molecular animals. I could be a houseplant.
I think you would feel very comfortable in the retirement home my daughter wants to put me. There are many people like you in there.
Madam, there are no people like me.
That's exactly what they also always say.
It's understandable. I have many fans, many imitators.
So what does poutine mean, John?
I believe it is an ancient word, possibly Gaelic, that refers to that feeling that you get when you first rise in the money and your hair is very, very greasy, and you still have the last night's revels lurking within your jaw, and you're like that.
Oh,
so I'm pretty sure, yes.
I am truly in a poutine mood today. Then let's do this.
Bare breast grizzly riding is also very, very typical for poutines. Yes.
Grizzlies riding?
Riding, yeah.
Riding bare-breasted grizzlies. Wait, are we talking about food still? Because if not, I want to be wherever we're going.
Well, if you find a hair in this soup, don't be worried. It's just part of the recipe.
That sounds like a Dr. Tom bit.
They stop and look for Dr. Tom for a moment. Now I think we're safe.
And sorry, I'm dying here. Oh man, you guys are killing me. Let's see. So we are going to have a waiter. Ooh, I don't know. Like I'm like tempted. I know a bit for that and a bit for that. So it's going to be an NPC puppet that I get to play. And so an NPC puppet comes around and he hands each of you, "Welcome to Putin, my belly." He's got kind of wild dreads that kind of flop around, so he bounces his head whenever he talks. "Welcome to Putin, my belly, where we serve poutine or poutine gravy with fries and bacon and cheese curds. It's all very healthy, low high grade, repasteurized. It's great. It's great. You guys been here before? Hannah, I know you have. You never leave. What about you two guys?"
No, I've delivered for you guys before, but one of the things is it's a little loose.
We don't get deliveries from anywhere else.
No, I delivered you guys' stuff to other places, I think, right? Because I came here and picked some up one time, and then I took it to another place, and I think people paid me. Unless it was for the other stuff I was taking, because they really, really were hungry. Really, really wanted the poutine along with the other stuff.
Oh, so you're a delivery guy. Great. Yes, I'm sure that was what it was. Absolutely. Probably sometime around 420. Great. All right, good.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Mr. Scooch, would you possibly deliver me away from my retirement home? I really don't want to go. Maybe you have a place for me to stay for an old lady like me. I can cook for you.
Oh, yeah, you can crash on my couch. It'd be cool. We got a studio apartment and stuff. And, sometimes we got 4 or 5 of us in there. It's all good. You said you had a hot granddaughter?
A hot granddaughter? Is that another recipe for poutines? Or what is that?
Oh, you think it's like a euphemism?
Yeah.
Rich, can I throw something in here?
Please do.
So I think sort of on the hot granddaughter line, Iris, actually, we get like a side shot of her wandering through the the audience, like the actual audience that's here in the theater watching the show and everything. And she comes down the aisle and sits down on the lap of someone in the front row and has like the little like stick with her arm up going through his hair, just going, oh my God, this skit is like so lame. I'm sorry that it's up there, but you look rich. Yes, and very nice. And her puppet hand is like reaching across his chest as she's playing with his hair and comes out of his jacket with a wallet. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I've got to go get ready for the next skit. And she like gets up and skips down and throws the wallet in a bag of other wallets. Well, doing our fundraising tonight.
It's good. Nice way of like preceding yourself with some applause before your skit. I love it. So the waiter comes back out and he's got several bowls, but this is all black box theater because you're puppets. So several bowls of poutine with utensils. For some reason, John, you're handed a spork. Not sure what's up with that.
So he will take it and then he'll like stand up actually on the table and try to like move the light around so it's like a spotlight. And he's like, "Lo, my life has come to this. Many is the fantastic stage I have graced. Many is the movies that have known the world inside John van der Loonweinsheimer. But here I am, lowered to sporkness, emptiness, line.
It
yes.
tastes great. The waiter
Truth
says,
lies, truth lies, energy, 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 subtext.
Are all vampires from Mars like that?
Oddly enough, yes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Very expressive.
That's one way to put it. I could guess then. I reach around John to pull the poutine over before it gets cold. Aw, it's congealed. Aw. Oh, nope. It's fresh. That's just what poutine is like. Sorry. Oh.
It's good. Can we go now and crash on your couch together?
Oh, it's so good. It's so tasty. I really. You should have some. Please.
You ordered the hot grandmother, right?
Granddaughter.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Uh-oh. Panic look on my face. Scooting chair over.
Adam,
John?
yes?
John, perhaps a monologue to help us out here?
Vampires
Certainly.
from Mars.
I shall. No, we've had enough of the Mars already. I shall reenact the 16-limbed Omega Kraken from beyond.
He's very method.
Yes. Across the emptiness of space have I crawled and found myself at last washed up here on this misbegotten earth.
No, something is wrong with him. But no, I think the battery is empty.
And here I am, at last, the 16-limbed Omega Kraken from beyond. You may applaud.
and then the rest of the poutine restaurant, Poutine My Belly, all start applauding. I can't throw in a conflict with that. It's too crazy. Is that insane?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So, bam, the curtains come down as maybe Hot Grandma is being taken somewhere. We're not sure. And that will be... Whew. All right. Good stuff. So we end that scene. Curtains come down. The house band, which wasn't here earlier, they were a little bit late. Their bus broke down. They are playing some like light jazz and quick a bunch of stage hands. A few puppets are moving. Sorry, TM puppets. Puppets come in. They're moving sets around, and then when the curtains come back up again, we see that we are see a row of lockers, and we're in a high school. This is the Gauntlet High School, which is the place where Gauntlet Brain Pop and a number of other high school related games took place, although we had some middle school and some elementary school as well. And there is in this like blood colored paint written, "You all will die," across several of the lockers. And we have, as a janitor, cast as a janitor, we have Scooch again, who is just very quick costume change out of the inspector's uniform. And he's wiping at some of the paint. There's some kind of caution tape. There's a caution tape there, and we see none other than Iris, who maybe has a different wallet, and Morgana Matsumi Myers. Morgana was a high school student for some reason. Iris, maybe you've been held back. Maybe you're substitute teaching. I'm not sure why you're here, but you are here at Gauntlet High School, and perhaps you know a bit about the "You All Will Die" paint. And then we see coming out of the bathroom is none other than Mia Abbott, who has obviously been held back a number of years, or is obviously a substitute teacher. I'm not sure why she's here, but we'll find out in the scene. That's how much faith I have in Mia Abbott and her spooky ability to be spooky. And so, yes, Gauntlet High School, as we hear the speaker from Dr. Tom the Frog over the loudspeakers. Okay, thank you everyone for coming to school today. Your counseling sessions are already set up in your Firefly tablets. So just go ahead and make sure you attend those, and don't worry about the reportings of the ghost sightings. That's all a terrible hoax. Enjoy the rest of your day at Gauntlet High School.
So I think Iris is there against the wall of lockers, like centered under the "You will all die" graffiti, and she's just like head down in her puppet hands, just weeping.
Excuse me, what's wrong?
Oh God, it's so awful. You can't believe the horror. I'm in a public high school, and now they're talking to me.
Oh, I see. You're one of those girls. She'll look over towards Maya.
I think Mia is actually in the process of lighting a cigarette and smoking on it, and because she's a skeleton, all the smoke just floats immediately up. And I think Mia is like, "You're all one of those girls, eventually."
I have seen this before. Well, honestly, it's the same thing that Aunt Camellia put in my lunch today. But I have to say, if there are ghosts in this school, well, we really, really should get rid of them. Ghosts are nothing but trouble.
Oh, ghosts? Oh, you poor people have the worst infestations.
Poor? I'm not a poor.
What are you doing here?
Well, Auntie says that it's good for me to see what other people less fortunate than me have. And she'll look over towards Scooch. It's awful.
Speaking of what other people have, come on, Jackie Skellington, puff puff pass.
Yeah, I don't share. Sorry. But if you want to share that lovely skin, I could trade you.
This? Oh no, this cost me way too much. You can't even come close. Oh, if only someone had something to smoke to pass the time.
Everyone turns and looks at Scooch.
Oh man. Oh, dude. I guess. Hang on. Goes over, opens a janitor's locker, bags, boxes, everything, green leaves everywhere, drying racks, grow lights like pour out. I actually have to put on glasses to block out the light there. Let me see. Did you want the Gauntlet City Special, or did you want the Double Frog donut? I can give you either one of those. Double Frog donut's good. It'll make you a little hoarse, though.
You don't have any of the purple whooper?
If I had that, I'd be... no, I don't have it.
Oh, it's gross. You people don't even get good scripts down in this part of town.
Now,
the light
you guys got to be
flicker.
careful.
The light
'cause,
flickers. You guys are passing out the smokes. The lights flicker, and you hear.
I should warn you that the poltergeist is a pothead too.
Oh, a poltergeist. Poltergeists are some of my best friends.
Do you even know what a poltergeist is?
Oh, yes. They make things move, and I'll motion, and something will lift up off of one of the lockers. And they bang against things, and I'll bang, and the doors will go bang, 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 against the lockers. And they're the only ones who'll talk to me because the other girls are mean.
And that whole skin condition.
Oh, bitch.
Whoa. Everybody just chill out. Like, calm it down. Simmer down.
You know,
Wait, what?
it seems to me like our problem here is that the school is haunted. If there wasn't a school, it couldn't be haunted. Let's burn it down.
As you're like halfway through the let's burn it down sentence, Iris has a Zippo in her hand.
Whoa. This is where I keep my stuff.
Look, janitor, delivery guy, you're way hotter the more you pull things out of that locker and the less you talk.
My mom says.
I think off again and stay off for a bit. You hear a scream, and then a glowing puppet that is Sweetums sized.
Oh shit! I told you guys shouldn't have bogarted it.
Walking, dragging chains, and he's coming down the hallway towards you. What do?
I yell, "Baby!" and run to hug him.
That is wild. Cool. So are you insinuating that Bia has a relationship with the haunted high schooler?
I mean, he doesn't own me. This has just started, really.
Well, I'm going to say that it's a little tricky. Your relationship is tricky.
Yep.
So I'd like to see if you can simmer things down here. You're going to need 4s.
Okay. All right. So, what shtick makes sense here? I think my spooky makeup can make sense.
I think it's perfect.
And I could make a claim in terms of routine for what's yours is mine.
Well,
But-
you know, that seems to fit. Is anyone going to help out? You are looking for 4s. Anyone have a routine that would work well with me? It's okay if not.
I'm not sure how I can help seduce the poltergeist for her.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Who would have anticipated this in character creation?
All right.
I get
Yeah,
my
I'll go
camera
for that.
phone out.
Oh, hey, I appear to have actually rolled something I shouldn't have, because that is the wrong kind of die. Let's try that again.
I got a 20, and my difficulty is only a 4.
Okay. So I got 3 4s and a 5.
That is pretty successful, sir. So I'm gonna throw this one to Garrett. What is it that happens when the haunted teenager, haunted high schooler, is approached by the skull-faced Mia, claiming to be the girlfriend?
Oh, they are the girlfriend. I mean, nothing else could have happened there. They were together like long before the last high school ball, and the haunted house just dropped her because for the ball, a skeleton isn't a suitable partner for a haunted ghost. Yeah.
But now you guys are going to make it up because you were able to get a different date and you're going back to your steady. Is that the deal?
It could be a happy ending.
That means something different where I'm sitting.
So I think Mia like jumps into his arms, and there's like a Disney moment where it's like pink lights and sparkles and they're spinning around. And
I'm getting out my Ghostbuster equipment at that point.
and they ended like a dip, and Mia's like, let's burn everything.
I think as she says that, Morgana has been watching Iris holding the flame there from the lighter. Purifying fire will take away all the pain. It'll burn away all the horribleness of this world and the next. And as she concentrates, it starts sort of flaring up a bit.
Wow.
I
That's
like
how she
her.
always talks when she has stomach problems.
All right. New plan. I'm going to pop the rollerblades on my shoes, and I'm going to jet.
I wonder if Scooch could get away from the oncoming inferno. So I think it's
Got too nice at rollerblading, man.
I know. We'll see how far you could get. 2 dice. I'm gonna say it's pretty easy because we don't have the budget for an all-consuming fire that wouldn't also take out the audience.
Again, green screen behind.
Yes.
Hit reroll. The bottom 2 for this left-hand dice.
Don't forget you can spend applause. You also have 1 star there, Scooch.
Well, I got a 6.
Well, it's easy. And so, yeah, you get away as we pull back and we green screen Gauntlet City High School burning down. We, of course, have a bad cover band doing Burning Down the House.
I think there's a good end scene, which is like Scooch sitting in a temp office, all singed and burned and smoke coming off. And the person is like tapping paper, like, so why didn't that one work?
Would you believe ghost teenagers?
Nice. That's a good copper. Cool. So we're going to do a quick check-in. We have not seen Sebastian. We have not seen Phineas. We've only barely seen Ringo. Is there anyone else that we haven't seen that I've missed? Agent Falconer? We haven't seen Agent Falconer. Or is there anyone that we need to see more of? Somebody's like, yeah, if you guys want to do, we want you guys to take about 5 minutes, do a quick bio, and then this will probably be our last scene. We're just going to wrap through and finish up. So we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.
Sure.
This has been hilarious.
It's been pretty great.
This is a ton of fun.
Oh, your costume work is on point.
Ooh. Primo.
I'd forgotten until just before that I had done the hat and the ninja stuff for the characters. So
yeah, this has been a hoot.
So, Rich, I have an idea for an in-between scene.
Oh yes.
So I think there's just we see like Dr. Tom the Frog's door, and inside his office, there's just a knock. I think it opens up, and we see Iris there. She's coming into Dr. Tom the Frog's office with him in there, and she's just takes a slow step forward, and you hear a drag on the ground. Takes another step forward, you hear a drag on the ground. She gets up to his desk finally after like way too many of those in a row. And you see her like heave this giant like Santa gift bag sack of stuff, untie a tie on it, and just like start shaking out this giant mountain of wallets and necklaces and pearl earrings and watches and fancy shoes. And I think Sophie comes tumbling out, just all onto Dr. Tom's desk.
And a receipt that says Bitcoins.
She goes, "There, is that enough to cover your stupid deposit or whatever?"
and Dr. Tom's looking at some charts, and he looks up and, oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I guess we won't cancel the GoFundMe, but this is good. Good work, Iris.
All right, Froggy Man, you remember our deal. I got the money for you, so you have to come to dinner with me and my parents, and you have to tell my daddy that we're together, and I'm gonna have your tadpoles, and he's gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, Mrs. Dr. Tom the Frog will be a little unhappy about that, but a deal's a deal.
And she just like ruffles the top of his head and goes skipping out of the office.
I just imagine the puppet skipping. It's this is so good. That's so good. Thank you for that interstitial. Iris, the evil queen.
So I've played in like every scene. I'm fine not playing in any. Fine backing off a little, but one of the things I wrote for John in terms of relationships, because like he did know Scooch, but I wanted to have something with the other characters, is that Phineas Mountbottom is clearly trying to upstage me as a B-movie monster. So before Phineas goes out for the next skit, I would like to have John dressed up as Phineas, but not very well, like blue smudges of makeup. And like he's got an outfit on. He's like, I am Phineas Mountbottom.
Nice. We're gonna open the scene with John dressed as Mountbatten. That sounds good. All right. Because we're mixing and matching a little bit, if you guys feel like we need to workshop the scene, that's totally cool. But here are the cast members that I want to involve. Agent Falconer, Sebastian, John van der Lundvestheimer dressed as Mountbatten, and then the actual Phineas Mountbatten. How do you guys feel about... Oh, and Ringo. Did I say Ringo? Because Ringo. Yes, we definitely need Ringo. And I was thinking we'd go a little fantasy themed. We've already had a high school. We've had a restaurant. We need to do something that's totally out of left field. So it's probably in this Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, serial numbers filed off to protect us from lawsuits, backdrop. Maybe there's like a bridge. I think I like the idea of there being a bridge, and perhaps... Ringo is the guardian of the bridge. Does that seem about right for Ringo? Does he seem guardian-ish?
That's right, man. I'm this orc, Lord of the Orcs, who's guarding this bridge, man. There we are.
I'll just go ahead and give you 3 applause for that, being an orc.
All right, then.
Good job.
Hey,
Just
wait
take
a
3
minute.
applause. Hold on, man. I'm literally adding 3 applause. Okay, good. Sorry to there. All right, good stuff.
No fair. The orcs are cheating.
Damn straight. Read the label. Cool. So I think we will start with Sebastian and not Phineas Mountbatten coming through a portal of some kind. And, Agent Falconer we'll just have you show up at any point that you think is thematically appropriate, as well as the real Montbatten. But what is on the other side of this bridge, Sebastian, that it's somehow going to complete some kind of quest, or perhaps it's your lunch? I'm not sure. What is on the other side of this bridge that Ringo is guarding? Ringo the Orc.
It's
Ringork. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Back to you.
important to nail these things down.
Yes.
It's a cave, like it's a short path that leads into a cave, like in the side of a mountain. But it's the whole thing is carved like a giant skull with like the big mouth is where you go into the cave, and it has carved eyes in the side of the mountain, and they're just like weirdly pulsing with different colored lights for no good reason throughout the whole scene. There's some like smoke and mist leaking out of it, probably some creaking, groaning, creepy sound sort of stuff.
Sorry about the dramatic pause. I had a 12-year-old who was telling me goodnight. Cool. So short version, because I got interrupted. What is on the other side of the bridge? I'm so sorry.
Creepy skull cave in the side of a mountain with like glowing mist coming out of it in different colors and
We
moans.
see it. It's all matte painted, and at the top above the brow it says "Not Castle Grayskull." That is amazing. I love it. So yeah, you come in with Phineas Mountbatten. The two of you have been the fastest of friends. We don't know why, but Phineas maybe seems a little different. And across the chasm and the bridge to the Not Castle Grayskull stands Ringork. So Sebastian.
I think the portal is like some lighting effects up at the top of the scene and some like portal lightning noises, and there's just the Sebastian hand puppet, because I very much like the idea that it's like a really sort of soft hand puppet, just comes falling down from the top of the shot to the bottom. You hear "Ah!" And then when he hits, it's like a dog toy squeak.
I can pick it up from there if you want.
Yeah. How does Phineas come through?
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. Please pick it up.
Arise, my friend, because I, Phineas Mountbatten, have
Mountbatten?
arrived here. Yes, that's what I said. Mountbatten. Yes, I am here with you to confront our inner demons. Also, that guy.
Oh, wow. I fell a long, long way. I think I hit my head. Your voice sounds a lot more like projecty and professional than usual. Have you been taking voice lessons?
No, I'm simply better in every way now.
Oh.
I think it's time to teleport in as Agent Falconer. I disappear out of nothing. I still wear my suit, completely not appropriate for a fantasy world. But I have my Lacuna device with me, and unfortunately, I have identified an individual which doesn't belong into this dream, a dream by a bad poet and professor for philology called Tolkien. He has bad dreams recently, and I'm in his dreams right now and clearing his dreams. And this individual doesn't belong into this dream.
I don't think any of them belong. So which one are you specifically removing?
I think he's talking about you.
What? I got the distinct impression he was talking about you.
Maybe it's the orc. I don't know.
And Agent Falconer is running between the two and can't decide. Like,
you're right, though. The orc does seem to be just putting like the bare minimum into his character work.
Very suspicious. He's clearly phoning it in.
Time for some PvP. I want the three of you to compete, and whoever has the least successes, whoever has the most successes determines who it is that gets lacunaed, and then Falconer will attack them, and we'll have another piece PvP to leave a PvP. It's like a PvP-ception. P-ception. All right, so yeah, that sounds crazy to me. So Ringo versus John versus Sebastian. So, Ringo, how are you convincing Falconer that you're not?
That's you, Lowell.
I know he's in character. He's deep.
Can you repeat question, man?
Agent Falconer, this woman in a suit, has come out of nowhere and is threatening to lacunize or something someone.
Uh-huh. And
how are you stopping her?
Oh, I'm not stopping her. They're adventurers. I don't get messed up in their stupidity. Adventures go, man. You just can't cross this bridge. That's my job. A real small job. We works good. We're pretty focused, man. So you go kumbaya, lacun, whatever the thing with it, that whole thing. I hope you don't like. Yeah.
Okay, so it's between John and Sebastian. What shtick is John using to bamboozle Agent Falconer?
Well, I think it's pretty clear that it's because I am an actor. Would be my shtick.
All right.
As was established, I have a relationship that applies, which is Phineas Mountbatten is clearly trying to upstage me as a B-movie monster. Also, if it matters, John wants the spotlight is another routine that I put.
I can't believe you wrote that as a routine.
I
for this
know,
character.
what? It's crazy.
It's so unlikely, and I did not expect that.
So yeah.
All right, good. So it looks like you have a total of 7 D's. Are you spending any applause?
If I fail it, I fail it. I'm fine. Either.
All right.
Jason has gotten a lot of spotlight. If John gets lacuna, I'm kind of okay with it.
Okay, cool. Well, do you actually want to roll, or is that how he ends up getting pulled? It's totally up to you.
I tell you what, I'll roll, and then maybe he jumps in the way at the last moment and offers a monologue.
All right, Sebastian, what shtick are you using to bamboozle or change the mind of Agent Falconer?
Well, I mean, it's obvious that I'm just oblivious to danger. Like, there's nothing wrong here. We're all here to make friends. This is a new guy that we're talking to, and there's the big green one over on the bridge. And I think I have my shtick of making friends with everyone. So how could Mr. Lacuna Device think that I'm a bad guy in any sort of way? That's
a really good one. Yes.
Also, I think Phineas and I go way back. So I know, like, there's his acting, but I do think there might be this small, tiny chance that I see through that he's not actually Phineas.
I think so too. So it looks like you've got a total of 6 dice.
Yep.
All right. And so in this roll off, I'm actually going to clear just so everything's okay. Guys good with that? I'm going to clear dice.
Well, I already rolled.
Oh, you already rolled. Well, then I'm not going to clear dice.
So.
Okay, good. And what we do is we compare the 2 sets of dice. So I don't set a difficulty number. You guys are each other's difficulty number.
Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I rolled 3s and a bunch of 2s.
Wow, this is obviously not the Sebastian of canon.
If I may, I think that as we have this moment going on to add a traditional trope, I think that we hear from off stage, Sebastian, I swear I have seen and done such different things since I met you. And we see the real Phineas come on, and he's holding a rose. I have learned to smell the flowers before I step on them.
Phineas?
And we have to smell him now.
But Phineas is over there. How can Phineas be over here?
Ridiculous. I am clearly Phineas.
See,
I
he
too
said
smell
so.
flowers. And step on them, apparently.
Yes, I've seen him step on lots of things.
I do indeed step on many things. But do you have my sword of power? And I pull out my magical sword given to me by the darkest of lords to rule over the proletariat. Don't like them proletariat most of the time.
There's a place for making the proletariat come back. Indeed,
Sebastian.
sir! I believe you will find that it is I, and not you, who beholds the sword of power, which I wrenched from the very heart of the earth. And he pulls out, he's got like a flashlight with the fog machine. And he's like, "Whoa." And he actually makes the sound effect. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Be careful,
it's
Phineas.
supposed to be,
Phineas has a magic rock.
Maybe. I thought it's supposed to be a villain monologue and not a dialogue.
He is clearly an imposter. Shoot him.
Like, shoot him.
He says over to Agent Falconer.
Shoot the mage first, they told me. Okay.
Healer. Kill the healer first.
You can't shoot him. He's my friend.
Clearly,
Does
That
it
could-
need to warm up first? What's happening?
there
Batteries
can be
empty.
only one Phineas my button, and that is I.
Yes.
Wait a second.
If ever I've known a Phineas my button, it's you. Is it? Have we vamped enough? Is the gun ready?
We do have appointments.
Buddy's got a ripcord now.
I'm not trying to judge or anything, but we do have like a hard cut on our time slot here.
In
we're
the audience, they're all like checking their watches. One person's playing, Words with Friends, and
I mean, there was
Hey,
some
Ringo.
girl backstage muttering that if we take too long, they're all going to figure out what she did.
here's an applause to Iris.
So
Oh, Falconer, who do you take out?
Oh, my battery is empty. But so Ringork, do you have like a double A by any chance? Like,
Yeah. Pulls up a big bag of batteries. I usually use these to beat people with, but here.
oh yeah, that sounds very effective. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now back to business. And I take out the false fin for sure.
And I think as soon as you get the batteries back in and raise the gun again, like all of us immediately go back to our sort of peril poses.
It's like taking a fiver. That's good. That's good. So, does the giant hook come for you, John?
I don't know if Garrett's not gonna actually threaten to shoot someone.
No, he said he's going after the
Yeah,
false Phineas,
yeah.
which I think he's
Oh,
indicating.
he's going after. Yeah, no, that's fine. I think he does it, and then like John starts spinning around with a fog machine. Oh, oh, what a world! What a world! To think that my beautiful wickedness could be destroyed by one such as you. Truth lies, energy, 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 subtext, and Exodus! And he just drops into it.
I think we all, like all the rest of us, are there watching. Like, oh, yes, oh.
It was beautiful. Oh, Phineas, did you see how you died? It was so tragic.
It was very impressive. I seem to die a lot.
And now to the next one. And I'm running after you. Hopefully not getting you too soon.
I think seeing the Lacuna device pointed at me, Sebastian, we really must hurry and be moving towards the orc at the bridge.
Wow, it looks like Falconer is chasing the real Phineas and Sebastian towards you, Ringork. What do you do?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well,
And I put the hand up that will make them all kind of stop.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Place. Do you guys have a reservation?
It should be on the list under Even Star. It's a party of 2.
Oh,
Even Star, adventuring party of 2.
It was an interdimensional call-in.
Yeah, I don't have you on the list.
Oh, I have this bottle of alcohol.
You're on the list.
Hey!
Yoink!
I grab hold of Sebastian's hand. Well, let's go. And
Oh, wait! I should warn you. The operators of the Dungeon of Doom take no liability for any accidents, incidents, limbs lost, traps, treasures.
Yeah, I've heard this sort of. Can we just initial something or?
Yeah. Here you go. Sign here.
Okay, yeah, Paul.
And whoa. Here.
Okay. Oh, wow, y'all are really covering your legal bases.
And here.
Falconer appears behind them and says, wait. I think these documents are outdated. I think my office already produced a version 2 of them. Are you sure?
Are these the 2014 version? Well, these just won't hold up in any sort of court.
But it's the violet version. We need the green version.
Hold on. I'm going to have to call my supervisor.
Is it green? I thought we'd moved on to the Peridot version 3.
Hold on a second.
They are not stamped on the top, but on the bottom still.
Dark Lord Tom. Dark Lord Tom, we have a situation out here. If you could come out and I'd like to hang on. I'll get my supervisor.
No, it's understandable.
Sure. Hey, Ringork. I'm kind of on a date here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just terrible timing. Yes, I understand, Mr. Greaves. Yep. All the tadpoles. Yeah, what's the deal? What's going on, Ringork?
So they're saying we got the outdated forms for the entry into the Dungeon of Doom.
Oh, yeah, but this is a really old skit, so it still applies.
Oh, yeah. This skit started 10 years ago, so the thing works.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember to keep your arms inside the thing when you go down.
All right. Back to business.
I think Ringork steps out of the way and unfortunately falls. And then you guys race across the bridge. We hear the thundering drums that might sound a little bit like the Lord of the Rings and the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, but it's enough changed that it is copyright infringement.
Oh.
And
boy, they're running. You know why? One does not simply walk through that door. Copyright Dr. Tom.
That's gotta be that show there.
That's the capper. That's the last thing that Ringork says, and we will bring our final scene to a close. The curtain drops, thunderous applause. There's an orbital laser that has Dr. Tom's name stenciled on it now because they've raised enough money for him to terrorize Pathfinder City, to raise enough money for who knows what. And there are a bunch of red-headed tadpoles who are in the credits.
If I may, I would like a little coda, as I think I'd like to see Morgana holding Sophie's paw and reading her paw. I do believe you will find the man you're looking for. He will be handsome. he will be dark. And I think we see sorry. Yes, Lazarus kind of moving up. Oh, and he will be tall. And we see Lazarus sort of
Cool. So as the credits are going, I'll give each of you guys, well, I'm going to follow Tyler's lead there. I'll give each of you guys like one little bit that happens during the credits, you know, like maybe the words are going past you as we see all of the games that were run mediocrely throughout the last 2.5 years. So Patrick, what is the mid-credit sequence that we see with whatever puppet you would like?
I think they're like the titles are sort of going by, and there's a break in them with just the color screen, and then just rolling through it, like tearing through the wall, is the giant Sean with I think Sebastian is like hanging on the very end of his tail, and Sean just we're gonna get it! It's a squirrel! It's a squirrel! We're gonna get a squirrel! Just chasing his tail around in circles, knocking down more of the set, bang, and like lights fall, little fire starts up in the corner, sort of thing.
That's awesome. Sean and Sebastian. It's like, but Sebastian's not moving as much as he was before because it's the same puppet operator, so he's just basically moving like one hand.
Well, Sebastian's the little hand puppet, so he's just like stuffed with some batting and tied on Sean's tail.
It's great live, but on the DVD you can totally see. Jason, what is your mid-credit sequence that we see?
So it's back on the adventure set, and there's Ringwork there, and there's John dressed up as Ringwork this time. He's got like a crappy plastic Viking helmet and just like green face paint on, and he's going, "Hi, I'm Ringwork," and Ringwork is just pointing at himself and goes, "Ringwork, nay, I am Ringwork. Ringwork, say not that again. Speak no lies, for I am Ringwork. Ringwork."
Maybe we come back to that a couple different times during the mid credit sequence. Garrett, what is the mid credit sequence as everything's rolling? What's the little bit that you insert in?
Yes, actually, I wrote down in my character sheets an after credit scene for each of the puppets I have. You can read it there. However, I have for Agent Falconer, because it was our last scene. We see Dr. Tom on a rack in the dungeon, like. And Falconer with the Lacuna device is coming closer and closer. And then it turns out Dr. Tom is actually enjoying a proper shaving by an electric razor. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. And then, Lowell, you get last word, sir.
Tyler goes first, right?
Oh, shoot. Did I skip you, Tyler? No, well, Tyler kicked us off.
Oh,
Tyler kicked us off. He did the first mid credit, which was awesome. So then it's the final, and the credits roll, and now it is.
I think it goes all the way to the end where the last credit rolls up, and there's that long pause of black, and then we hear, and we cut back to Shimoda, and he's still vacuuming the back of the car, and then you see him stand up, and he's got like a little. Like a Ninja Burger fry wrapper, and you see him go, "Oh, ooh, ooh!"
There's all kinds of dog hair.
Black.
Yes, that is good, guys. Thank you all so much for making some time to come in and be silly with me. I have absolutely adored this hour plus with you. As much, if not more so, than all the Gauntlet City games that we've played together.
Again, there's some good ones.
Yeah, been some great ones. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
That was amazing.
Absolutely. So amazing. Could we do this, like, what's the winner?
I'm going to stop the broadcast.